know how to start this. I'm honestly being serious. That was probably the worst game of Jalen Hurts' career, as it says in the title of the stream. That was definitely 100% the worst game Jalen Hurts has probably ever played in his NFL career. 4 interceptions, in totality 5 turnovers, because he also fumbled the ball on the dumbest play that I've ever seen in my goddamn life, which included 3 turnovers in one instance. Crazy stuff. Crazy, stupid stuff. This game was stupid. Incredibly stupid. And it was also the same shit from the Eagles' offense. Surprise, surprise. Everybody was thinking, oh, maybe the Eagles can figure it out this week. Oh, maybe the Eagles can figure it out this week. Oh, look, they brought a positivity rabbit into the clubhouse, into the locker room. Blow up inflatable Easter bunny. Called the positivity rabbit. Well, that shit's getting deflated. Popped a ton of holes in it and probably been thrown into the Schuylkill, I would assume. Driving all the way down to Kelly Drive, wherever at, the Art Museum, drop it into the Schuylkill, Fairmount, wherever you want to, or you just drop it in the Delaware River too. You have many options. Or you could drive it down to FDR and throw it into that cesspool of lakes. Like, holy shit, you have many options. You have many options. That positivity rabbit is getting thrown in the garbage. Holy shit. Yeah, that was the worst game of Jalen Hurts' career. That was probably the worst game I've ever seen him play. All overthrows, so many missed passes. This is probably the worst of what Jalen Hurts has been in the past so many weeks. Like, he's been playing bad in the previous weeks, don't get me wrong. This is probably the worst of it. Like, the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. Because tonight was just that bad. Seriously, like, I don't think you can even top how bad this game was from Jalen Hurts. It's incredibly crazy how bad he was tonight. And it's funny, too, even when the one time he throws a really good pass, which was on that final drive to try to go and extend the lead or try to go win the game, throws a perfect pass to A.J. Brown, drops it, goes right through his hands. Now, yeah, Jalen did have some good passes today, and there were a lot of instances where, A.J. Brown had some drops. A lot of crucial drops, might I add. Crucial drops. The one interception that Jalen threw, the one that tipped off of A.J. Brown's fingers, that's on both of them, because it was a slight overthrow by Jalen, but it also goes off of A.J. Brown's fingertips, and he did have a chance to catch the ball. So you got to catch the ball when it does touch your fingers. It's a bad overthrow, but it's also A.J. Brown has a chance to catch it. It's on both of them. It's on both of them. But realistically, Jalen does not deserve the benefit of the doubt tonight because of how bad he was, how bad his throws were. Just overall, just entirely in a game where Saquon actually found some life. Gets a long touchdown run, a rare one that we've seen basically all year. The defense does what it does. I mean, it's the same thing that I'm saying, realistically week after week. The defense is going to do its thing, but how long before the defense gets gassed? Because the offense keeps them on the field so much. Because they can't sustain drives. They just cannot sustain drives consistently. And of course, one missed field goal by Jake Elliott at the end of the first half is basically the deciding factor in this game, because instead of the Chargers having to kick a game-tying field goal, they would have to go for the touchdown, because it would have been a 6-point game. So, of course, that was also a major difference in that game as well. But seriously, when you're in OT, your defense does do the job. They force the Chargers to a field goal. You try to go back downfield. Of course, you have to get to a 4th down situation, and you got a huge break because the Chargers, offside, false start, whatever the fuck you want to call it, got the biggest break in the world, have many of chances. You're going downfield once again, a couple of nice passes to Dallas Goedert. There was a 3rd and long play where it became 3rd and long because a penalty on the offensive line. It was a hold on Cam Jurgens, but it also looked like Mailata had a penalty there too. So realistically, they could have called it both ways. But it was a run up the middle by Jalen Hurts, and then it gets taken back for a holding call. You go to like a 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16, whatever it was. A beautiful pass by Jalen, like dot, and a laser right to Devontae Smith for the first down. And then you get to that 4th down situation where the Chargers go offside. Then you're basically right at the 20-yard line. And then for something, Jalen scrambles out of the pocket and forces a pass to Jahan Dotson for some reason where he's in double coverage. And the pass gets tipped and it's intercepted. I mean, there was no reason to force that. You live and die another down. I believe that was the first down play, if I'm not mistaken, on that interception. I believe that was a first down play. Yes, it was. It was a first down play. Down at the, what was it? I think it was right at the 17-yard line. It was at the 17-yard line, according to ESPN. There was no reason for Jalen Hurts to rush that throw. I don't even know what he was thinking of in that entire situation. It's insane. Insane. But it just goes back to the simple thing, week after week with this Eagles team this season. This offense just blows. 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 People tried to convince themselves that something would change this week. You know, obviously with the fucking positivity rabbit, that was more of a joke than not. I hope so. I hope people were joking around with that, but people are trying to cling on to anything to try to get this team life. Nick Sirianni doing, you know, getting more involved with the offense this week. Yeah, sure, that was definitely going to change shit. That wasn't going to change shit whatsoever. Nick Sirianni is not a creative offensive mind. Just wasn't going to happen. Jalen Hurts was bad today. Jalen Hurts was bad today. A.J. Brown was bad today, even though his numbers say 6 receptions for 100 yards. That was on 13 targets. You know, the first play of the game, they go deep downfield. A.J. Brown probably should have caught that ball too. That was a drop. The one that led to the interception, that was a drop. The beautiful pass the one beautiful pass that, you know, Hurts had it near the end of that game in the fourth quarter, right into the end zone, goes right through A.J. Brown's hands, touches his hands, goes right through and onto the ground. That's got to be a catch. And realistically, you could even say the one pass that he tried to make to A.J. Brown, I believe it was chuck it up into the air. I believe that was right before the 4th down play. And, you know, A.J. Brown had a chance to catch that too. So, A.J. Brown had some chances in this game to make some plays. For as much talk as this guy does, he wasn't making the important plays. Yes, there were some crucial catches that he did make in today's game, obviously. But, I felt like the impact of him dropping the passes was more impactful than him making some important catches, if that makes sense. Seriously, in a game where Saquon Barkley has life, 20 carries for 122 yards, average 6.1 yards a carry. His longest was the 52-yard touchdown run, so that was very huge by him. A game where he finds life. It's just same shit with this offense. They just can't figure it out. They can't stop stabbing themselves in the foot. Jalen just continues to be bad week after week. And, it was so bad. It was so bad in that first half. It's not even funny. This game is so crazy to the fact where you're seeing Jalen Hurts throw an interception. The dude that catches the ball fumbles it. Then Jalen Hurts recovers said fumble. And then he proceeds to fumble the fumble recovery. And it goes back to the Chargers. So Jalen Hurts turned it over twice in one fucking play. When on fucking earth does that even happen? It doesn't happen. That's how bad it's going for Jalen right now. And I feel bad for the guy 100%. I feel bad for him. He is reeling right now. And of course people go to the fucking extreme, obviously the WIP callers with, Jalen Hurts fucking stinks. You got to play Tanner McKee. But I was even considering at that point, it's going so bad for Jalen just in this instance. He is one of the reasons why in this game specifically you're not doing anything on offense. I even said it to myself. I consider benching him for a fucking drive and try Tanner McKee out. What else could go fucking wrong? Because that's how bad Jalen was looking. Obviously, they weren't going to do it, but I just considered it in my head. I just don't understand. And just look throughout the game. You know, obviously their first drive was a punt. Didn't really do anything there. It was 6 plays that only went 7 yards, obviously. The first drive for the Chargers was a touchdown. Then you go on a 9-play, 5.5-minute drive, which leads to a field goal to make it 7-3. Defense stands tall, forces a 3-and-out, but then you go 3-and-out to start the second quarter, and then you get the interception by Jalen Hurts, obviously. It's just bad. Just bad. And that was the whole interception, fumble. That entire fucking situation, which led to the Chargers going down the field again to kick a field goal to make it 10-3. And then, of course, the very next play, I believe that was the tip that goes off of A.J. Brown's hands and turns into an interception. Just 2 plays there. The drive lasted 17 seconds like a fucking course. But then, defense stepped up. Nakobe Dean forces a fumble. Eagles recover it. So, defense doing its thing. And this is against, you know, a Justin Herbert that's very limited with the hand injury, coming off of hand surgery. And granted, wasn't playing good, obviously, but still. I mean, your defense was doing its job for the most part of the entire night. You go down after that field goal, after that fumble recovery, you kick a field goal, make it 6-10, make it 10-6, and then Adoree Jackson gets an interception after a tip. I believe it was by Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips with a tip, attacking the quarterback, attacking Justin Herbert. Ball deflects into the air, caught by Adoree Jackson. Eagles go to try at the end of the half to try to make something happen. And, of course, after all that, Jake Elliott misses a 48-yard field goal attempt, which would have made it 10-9. Then you go into the third quarter. Chargers have a very long drive, 16 plays, 51 yards, 9.5-minute drive, which only ends in a field goal to make it 13-6. Eagles then responded with a field goal of their own. You force the Chargers to punt. Then you get that big touchdown by Saquon Barkley. The 52-yard run finally found an opening hole, gets that touchdown, gives you the lead, makes it 16-3. You force them to punt, but then once again, no, actually, this was the interception that goes off of A.J. Brown's hands, and it goes right back into the Chargers' hands. They go down, they kick a field goal, and then, of course, you respond with a 3-and-out. Defense forces a 3-and-out. Then the field goal that makes it 19-6, that was during the play where Jalen Hurts threw a perfect pass to A.J. Brown in the end zone. He drops it, which would have given you a bigger lead and most likely would have won you the game. Instead, it's a field goal. It turns 19-6. Chargers go back down the field. They kick a field goal, tie the game up. Then you go to overtime. Defense forces a field goal, 22-19. And then after all that crap, let's just go over this last drive here. So you get the 4-yard run by Saquon Barkley, incompletion by Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. Then you get the penalty where Jalen Hurts scrambled, got a first down, but then it came back for a holding on Cam Jurgens. And then you get a huge pass by Jalen Hurts, 28-yard pass, by the way, to Devontae Smith to get that huge conversion. Then Saquon Barkley tries to run, doesn't get anything. Jalen Hurts to Dallas Goedert for a 6-yard gain. Then you try a deep pass to A.J. Brown down the left side. Doesn't make the catch, obviously. Then the 4th down play, which was the false start by, or the neutral zone infraction by the Chargers. Then you get a couple of passes to Dallas Goedert. Then you get the rushed play by Jalen Hurts for some reason trying to target Jahan Dotson when he's in double coverage. And that's how the game ends because of a deflection turned into an interception. It's stupid. Stupid. This game, man. This team. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it, 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 hate it. I hate this team. I hate this team. It's just bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Everything is bad. Everything is fucking bad. Jalen, like, this game is mostly on Jalen. I'm just being honest. This game is mostly on Jalen. It's insane. It is insane. So let's what is popping here on Twitter? John Clark. Jalen Hurts only completed 52.5% of his passes tonight, and he had a career-high 4 interceptions, and there were some drops. The Eagles had 5 turnovers, and the defense bailed out the offense many times. Chargers only had 275 total yards. Eagles have lost 3 straight. The offense hasn't scored more than 21 points over the last 5 games. Holy fucking shit. Here's another summary by Kevin Nagandi of ESPN. Jalen Hurts, 5 total turnovers. A.J. Brown, 3 big drops. Offensive line with costly penalties. Jake Elliott misses the 48-yard field goal. Can't run consistently in short yardage situations anymore. Too much shotgun and not enough under center. There actually was a stat where I forget who it was. I'm not sure if it was Jeff Kerr or somebody else that posted the stats between the Eagles, what they were doing under center and then shotgun, and the numbers were drastically better under center, which for some reason I don't know why they don't do that consistently. So Jeff Kerr, Jalen Hurts, since the bye week, which has been 5 games, his completion rate is 57.5%, which is 24th in the NFL. Yards per attempt, 6.4, which is 22nd. Passing touchdowns, only 4 passing touchdowns, which is 22nd. Interceptions, 5, tied for 4th. And a passer rating of 72.4, which is 29th in the NFL. Jalen Hurts has 8 giveaways in the last 5 games, 5 interceptions, 3 fumbles lost, and the Eagles are 2-3 in that stretch. It's crazy. Just crazy. Just crazy. People are saying pop the inflatable rabbit while we're at it. I'm trying to find the stat that said about the under center and shotgun stuff. I'm not sure. Not sure. AJ and Jalen blowing a football game together as a bonding activity. God. Where is that stat? Was it a Jeff Kerr stat? I don't know if I can find it right now, but there was a stat that was talking about the shotgun and center shit. Insane. Insane. Nope, I just can't find it. I just can't find the shotgun and the center stat. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I'm like, when I keep looking at, think about this play. You're 1st and 10, you're on the 17. You have 2.5 minutes left, you got both your timeouts and the overtime left. I don't understand why Jalen is trying to force a ball downfield on a 1st and 10. I don't understand why he's trying to throw it to Jahan Dotson, who was covered literally by 3 people. It looks like I'm looking at it right here. Looking at it, there's no sense in the world why he's trying to force that pass right there. Just throw the ball away, or even throw it to Dallas Goedert right there, who's open, and you get a couple of yards gain. I just don't understand it. And they were even talking about that on the broadcast too, where there would be guys that are open like right in front of Jalen, and he just looks them up. Just check downs. He just looks off the check down guy. That would, like, sometimes it would be Dallas Goedert that's wide open. Sometimes it would be Devontae Smith. Sometimes it would be A.J. Brown. Like, some guys that are open in that, check down position, Jalen just looks them off. And he just completely gives up on the play, whether he scrambles out of the pocket, tries to go for a run to get a couple of yards there, or he has to throw the ball away. There were a lot of those instances this entire game. And they just kept pointing him out. And there's another one right here where you're just looking at it. Dallas Goedert is open. I think that's Dallas Goedert. That's Dallas Goedert. That's where he's been lining up that entire time in the overtime, and that's where they were finding some success. And for some reason, he's targeted Jahan Dotson. There's no sense of it. There's no sense of it in the world. No sense of it in the world. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Another stat from Kevin Nagandi. November 23rd, the Eagles were 8-2 and up 21-0 on the Cowboys. 15 days later, they're 8-5. Classic. 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 Like, nothing's going to change until they change the play caller. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Like Jalen, like everything's wrong. Everything is wrong right now. Jalen's bad. Has been bad for a couple of weeks. Obviously, you know, AJ Brown dropping passes. Saquon in the running game is just not the same as last year. The offensive line, you know, Landon Dickerson left for a little bit. You still don't have Lane Johnson. The offensive line just isn't the same as it was last year. And I don't know if that's just a matter of fact of the offensive line being banged up going on a deep run last year and they're getting the ramifications of that. I'm not entirely sure. Does losing Mekhi Becton make a difference in that factor? Possibly. Just the entire, it's just there, and also just Kevin Petullo's play calling. It's just garbage. It's garbage. It's everything is a factor. Like you can't point to one single thing being like, oh, that if they did this, like this is not the reason why they're failing. This is not the, like if they focused on this, they would find more success. No, literally everything you could point out in this offense is the reason why this offense is failing. Everything. For as much talent as this offense has, like every single thing is a problem. Every single thing. Jalen's playing bad. AJ with the drama. Running game, offensive line, play calling. They don't use motion. It's just like you have a head coach that just doesn't want to use motion. Like we're 2025 in the NFL, every team uses motion. Every team puts their players in motion to try to shake things up, to try to throw guys off on the defense. But Nick Sirianni thinks people in the NFL use it just to look cute. Jesus Christ. Insane. Insane. All in the offensive line with the just being undisciplined constantly. It's insane. It's insane. I feel like most of the penalties come from the offensive line, to be honest with you. And of course, the other people were watching the other it was the Monsters Inc. game. And Sully made the interception. Crazy. I don't want to switch. Like, I'm trying to see if there's anything more that stands out from this game in terms of tweeting. But I don't want to switch to the For You section because I didn't watch Monday Night Raw tonight. So I don't want to get spoiled on that factor. So I'm kind of limited to what I can see on Twitter right here. Instead of having to scroll so far down. I want to see if there's anything else. Like was it Jeff Kerr that posted about the shotgun and under center stuff? I'm not entirely sure. But here's a post about the A.J. Brown stats. A.J. Brown has had 24 catches for 352 yards and 2 touchdowns over the last 3 games. Brown has had 3 straight 100-yard receiving games, and the Eagles are 0-3 in that stretch. Crazy. Crazy. I want to see some. I just want to see. Is there anything that talks about the under center stuff? Was it Jeff Kerr? I don't think it was. No, I don't think it was. Eagles. I need Eagles under center. Under center. I need to find the stat. I need to. Here it is. It was Warren Sharp. It was Warren Sharp of Sharp Football Analysis. Just wanted to check something, so this is him during the game. Eagles offense in shotgun, 29 plays, 3.2 yards per play, 2.9 yards per rush, and 3.4 yards per pass. Eagles offense under center, 8 plays. I'm assuming at this point in the game. I guess it was like around halftime or somewhere in the third quarter, I guess. So under center, which was only 8 plays, 9.4 yards per play, 7.6 yards per rush, and 22 yards per pass. Crazy. If you're finding more success being under center, why aren't you playing under center more? I don't know. I don't know. Insane. This team, man. This team. Just keep finding ways. They keep finding ways that piss you off. And, like, granted, I'm not, like, of course, for as bad as this game was, like, because this was a fucking snooze fest. Crappy game, everything, just terrible. Terrible. Of course this game had to go to fucking overtime. The last thing I wanted was overtime. At that point, you go to overtime, I'm going the full Joker. Tie. Finish at a tie. I would laugh if it finished in a tie. Sadly, that wasn't the case. Justin Herbert was pressured on over 68% of his dropbacks, and the Chargers still won. It's one of the highest pressure rates for any quarterback over the last 10 years. Jalen Hurts has 7 giveaways in his last 2 games. He had 7 total giveaways in his previous 26. Yeah, he's playing bad. Simple as that. It's just playing bad. Just playing bad. Now, I'm not going to go full on shit on Jalen Hurts saying he's a terrible quarterback, blah, 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 blah. He's a good quarterback that's playing bad. He's a good quarterback that's playing terribly. Simple as that. Like, I know some people in Philadelphia, like, wanted to, glamour Jalen Hurts as one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. I never went that far. I always thought Jalen Hurts was a good quarterback, but I knew he had his flaws. He obviously has his flaws. And he's still a good quarterback. He's like a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, top 7, I would say. But I think most people can say that Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback right now playing bad. I think that's a very fair description. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Of course, he has his deficiencies. What quarterback doesn't have their deficiencies? He obviously isn't a type of quarterback that can just put on a superhero cape and just take the team to the promised land. It just isn't possible. Now, granted, quarterbacks that do have the superhero capes, most of those quarterbacks don't win Super Bowls either. So it's just crazy, just conglomeration right there, if that makes sense. Full summary: Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, playing bad. He's playing bad, playing terribly. I think it's as simple as that. I won't go so far as like he's the worst quarterback to ever step on the face of the earth like some other people do, if that makes sense. As I can see in my live chat right here, there are a couple of people going back and forth. What I think, a Dallas fan, I guess. There's a Dallas fan in my chat. Welcome. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I recommend it. Yeah, we do have a couple of voicemails. In terms of the rest of the schedule for the Eagles, you're playing the Raiders, you're playing the Commanders twice. Those 2 teams have a combined win total of 5, and you're playing Buffalo in that mix. So will they win those games? I don't even know at this point. I'm literally been questioning if they could beat the Raiders. That's how bad it is right now, and the Raiders are terrible. Like pure dog manure, like pure manure. That's how bad they are. But knowing this team, they'll find a way to. They'll struggle. It's crazy. Washington, they don't have Jaden Daniels. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. They obviously took a major step back, like worse than a step back. Like it's the worst possible result you can ask for. But yeah, in theory, you should beat them. In theory. Buffalo, that'll be a tough game, obviously. I don't know. Standings-wise, yeah, you're still in first place in the East. By, Dallas losing does help. Where they lost to, Detroit on Thursday? What was it, Thursday night or something like that? I forget. So they lost, but what's Dallas's rest of the schedule? Obviously, I don't think it compares to the Eagles' strength of schedule. But so they play Minnesota this week on Sunday Night Football. They play the Chargers. They play the Commanders and the Giants. So they play on Christmas too. That's against the Commanders. Definitely like nowhere. Like Cowboys in terms of the fact they're going to have a chance still. Obviously, they're still going to have a chance just because of the way the Eagles are playing. Like the Eagles, they control their own path here to still win the East, but it's just the fact that you're the reason why Dallas is still alive at this point. You don't blow a 21-0 lead. The division is basically set in stone. That's your own fault. It's your own fault. Can't really say much about Dallas. I mean, they've been playing a lot better. But still, they're not fully that good of a team. They're playing a lot better. They made some moves to help their team out. But you're mainly the reason why they're even still around in this thing. It's your own fault. So I really can't say much and just fully make fun of Dallas. I can't. It's your own fault because you're just playing as bad. And if you just look at the conference, Obviously, the Rams, they have the 1 seed. They're 10-3. Packers, they have the 2 seed. You're right now in the 3 seed with Tampa Bay being the 4 seed. Seattle, they're 10-3. They're in the wild card just because of the fucking Rams. San Fran's in the wild card. Chicago dropped to the wild card after their loss to Green Bay. Jesus Christ, that is insane. But it's basically it. Yeah, we do have a couple of calls here, reactions, I believe. Both of those are from Zach, so we'll get to those. We'll discuss here. Jesus Christ, I do apologize for the lack of streams this week in terms of like the flyers and all that crap, and just because I was so busy with editing this week, it's insane. When it's a Flyers homestand with the rate that they're playing this homestand, they got 3 more games left in this homestand. It's been insane. I haven't been able to do shit with Flyers because I just haven't had the time. Haven't had the fucking time. And of course, it's also the winter meetings. They just started today, and hopefully the Phillies do something to where they're also newsworthy. I would love for that to happen. But I would love to get something out for you guys. Hopefully something tomorrow happens in terms of that. I apologize for not being able to do much this week. It's just the editing schedule with Brodes and Russ. It's been crazy with just the Eagles stuff, Flyers post for Snow the goalie and all that stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God. It's going to be a long night though. It's going to be a very, 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 very long night. Yeah, let's get to the voicemail line. Yeah, let's go to the voicemail lines. Kyle Schwarber, quarterback 1. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Anything. Let's get to Zach's call.
Say whatever you want, coaching, this and that, whatever the fuck it is, O-line, I do not care. Jalen Hurts was awful. He was absolute dog shit. 5 turnovers. Some of these throws, I mean, I can't. That last one, what the fuck, dude? I mean, what are we doing at the end? We know he's been putting the ball in harm's way all game. Maybe just take your time. I hate to be that guy that's, oh, don't go win it. But trying to win it lost you the fucking game. Tanner McKee needs to start next week. Okay, see what you got. Because I don't know how this goes. I still believe in Jalen Hurts as our franchise guy. But that was awful. Just as bad as it can possibly be. I mean, you really thought they were actually going to win it there. It looked like they were getting something going. I mean, this defense played so well. Oh. 2025 Eagles. Oh, God, man. Just take me back a year ago. Holy hell, what the hell happened to this team? I mean, we know, we break it down, we do all that, but Jalen Hurts, that's who it falls on in this one, man. Ugh. This is a wrap. I mean, this was the final game. I thought, okay, if we can just rally and get this one, maybe we can get this thing back on track. It's full collapse, and I think we all know it. Brodes knows it. He's just blowing a fucking gasket right now, just like all of us. So, how it is, man. Peace.
I just wanted to say, because I totally killed Jalen Hurts, which he deserves, but AJ deserves a lot of shit for that drop in the end zone. That was just can't happen, unacceptable, right in your hands, breadbasket, great pass. So at least Jalen made that throw, which, yeah, but the rest of it was shit. So, that throw to Devontae was nice, yeah, whatever. Peace.
You kind of like gave up on it. Yeah, it's for the majority's sake. This game is solely on Jalen Hurts. Well, solely 90%, about 95% on Jalen Hurts. Obviously, the pass that should have been caught by A.J. Brown, that would have iced the game, obviously. You can even go back to Jake Elliott's missed field goal at the half. Would have been a 6-point game. Chargers would have to go on for a touchdown instead of a field goal to tie it. Yeah, those minor things, the AJ drop passes, obviously, but this game is mainly on Jalen. It's mainly on Jalen. He played that bad, and he has been this bad for the past few weeks. But he's been bad the past few weeks, but he has been this bad. Like this is the worst of the worst, like the worst of the worst. And this is coming off of like a short week, like a mini bye week too. Realistically, it is. So, he's been that bad, man. He's been that bad. Now, will they start Tanner McKee next week? Probably not. Most likely not. They'll give Jalen Hurts a chance against the Raiders. Well, not give him a chance. He'll start against the Raiders to try to get some confidence back in his game. Seriously, if this team struggles against the Las Vegas Raiders, the boop, 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 boop. Then you have some real question marks. Even though there's like 20 billion question marks to even ask, like, if you lose to the Raiders, yikes. Yikes! 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 If you lose to the Raiders. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Insane. See if there's anything else on the Twitterverse. Of course, there's some Phillies news, but it's really just rumors and all that crap with the Japanese pitcher, what's his name? Tatsuya Imai. That's the guy the Phillies are connected towards right now out of Japan. I would love to get him if that's the case, but I'm sure right now their focus is on Schwarber and JT and all that stuff. A lot of this stuff is going to be dictated around where Schwarber goes, which a lot of the rumor says he will sign at the winter meetings. It's just all a matter of when, at some point this week. So we even know that'll be, if they re-sign Schwarber and JT, that'll just be another glaring hit of running it back, which will also bother me at the same time. So, a lot of crap. And the Flyers this week. Flyers have 3 games. They lost a game against Colorado. Fought hard. Definitely fought hard. Proud of the effort there. They got San Jose tomorrow. They got Vegas on Thursday and a back-to-back against Carolina this weekend. So that'll be interesting to see where things go. A lot of the Quinn Hughes talks, rumors circling around the NHL as well. Flyers, I'm assuming, will be involved in that just because of the connections with Taka and all that stuff here. It'll be interesting with that. But this week should be interesting. And if there's anything coming out of this week with the Eagles, I'm sure we'll probably get some Phillies news this week, hopefully. Maybe we'll get some Phillies news this week. Hopefully Dave Dombrowski does do something to try to, at least bring some happiness to the fan base. Just to the city of Philadelphia. I know the entire idea of re-signing Kyle Schwarber still isn't a running it back scenario, but people do want Kyle Schwarber back, so it would bring a little bit of a happiness, I guess you can say. Let's get to the chat here, because there was a lot going on in this chat, and it was mainly between the back and forth with some of the guys in the Cowboys fan that was here. Franco, how you doing? This team is lifeless garbage like Monday Night Raw. Damn. I'm assuming that's Austin, because I still hate why YouTube changed from names to usernames. Now I gotta remember something. I think this is Austin. I can't believe I thought they could win this game at any point. How stupid am I? I'm not sure who this person is. Dude TR6KJ. Hurts is dog shit. Pure dog shit. Well, today he was 100%. I had no argument there. This team is not beating anybody in the playoffs. They need a full recalibration. Defense did its job mostly, but obviously the offense is DOA, a complete joke. Somehow we made it this far. Just look at how bad KC is doing. It's like Super Bowl 59 was cursed or something. Where did we go from here? They need a shakeup in the coaching staff. That's basically it. You can't be like this. This goes back to Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie. You can't let Sirianni pick his coordinators. You can't let Sirianni pick his offensive coordinators. Obviously, Vic Fangio's still here, and Vic Fangio's doing his job. So he's not part of the issue. You can't let Sirianni pick his offensive guys. You just can't. You can't be promoting from without it. It just can't happen. They should have learned that with Brian Johnson. That they should have learned that. After Kellen Moore walked, they should have got out and got another experienced offensive mind. But that's not what they did. That goes on Jeffrey and Howie as well. I'd say give Hurts a break next game. McKee could definitely show up against the Raiders. Give Hurts a chance to go home and collect himself. Not a punishment, just a well-needed break. Who knows? Steven, hey there, TTP. I'm already getting into the baseball season. My Cowboys are done. The Eagles might be one and done. What a crazy game. Turnovers galore. Yeah, this game was stupid. This game was just pure crack. It was pure crack. Good God, this team's in shambles. That's half of the truth, man. I really hope the Saquon touchdown would spark the team needed to turn the ship around. Even if they go 3-1 up from here, I won't bat an eye. I don't feel like tuning into this crap anymore. I don't blame you. Zepper, I think this is the Eagles fan. I think this is not the Eagles fan. This is the Dallas fan. And they say he's better than Dak. He doesn't even come close to Dak. Get you're an Eagles fan, but just admit Dak is better. I hate this team. You just won a Super Bowl. Why the fuck are you so ungrateful? To that specific comment, it's not to the fact of being ungrateful. It's just to the fact that, like, yeah, we understand. Like, we're very thankful for the Super Bowl, but it's like the whole team's like motto coming into this year. Super Bowl was last year. That was in the past. New season. Got to prove ourselves again. All that stuff. Like, they did it to themselves, honest to God, with the all that talk. So, and like moving on and all that. So they really do it to themselves. And it's just to the fact that, yeah, I think in the real sense we understand that it's going to be hard to get back to the Super Bowl and win back-to-back years because it just really rarely happens in the National Football League. That's why it's so hard to get back to that summit. It's just can't accept the play like this. Like it's that bad. It's that bad. Like you can't accept this. You can't accept this. I can't accept this. That was when I had no chill. Well, I'm going back into the chat. I got to see what the chat says. I can't like ignore. I want to see the fight like go through the entire thing because there's chaos, and I am a man of chaos. So. You mean ungrateful? Let's he hates this team because they're playing like shit Super Bowl. Y'all better be careful, Cowboy. No reason, Tyler. No reason for me to call in. F this team for the year. It's shaved off my life. Better not hear a word from AJ Brown. Sugar Butterfingers. Oh man. Yeah, it's the back and forth. Zach Austin. Usual self. Jesus Christ. Oh man, when did it start getting calm? When did it start getting calm? Okay, was it calm when I said sub? Was it calm when I said subscribe to the channel? Is that where everything get calm? He's the number one commentary you got, fan. Raiders win 11-8. Oh God, don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. Austin still go back and forth. Win it. Well, let's complain together, but we both lost. Yes. Okay, here we go. What's on your mind? Pickens sold my buddy's parlay. Dallas would be a good defense. Dallas with a good defense would be scary. That's the problem. Oh yeah, obviously. Bro, the Chargers kicker made me lose in fantasy. He got 20 points and I lost by 1. Damn. That stinks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. I don't even pay attention to my fantasy. I'm getting shit stomped every single week. I just stopped paying attention to it. In the Brodes League, I just stopped paying attention to it. Zach would know. I'm getting shit stomped every single week. That is my fault for the poor draft that I had, apparently. So I just stopped paying attention. I'm just getting shit stomped. 4 seed, he's the one, so I would have... Damn. I was 1-6. Damn, you were 1-6, now 7-7. Holy damn. Malik Neighbors, Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, and Aaron Jones were all damn. Damn. Let's see. Chill Dallas fan to me. Everyone has a down year. He had 230. Yeah. Jalen in the long run, yeah, he'll be fine. Jalen will be fine, but it's just like I've never seen it this bad. You know what I mean? And like it's right to admit, it's like Jalen is a quarterback that needs a good coordinator. I don't think that's a bad thing to admit. I don't think it's so. I'll save my hate for the Eagles later. Oh, Jesus. I just cracked open a nice garage beer, so I'm all good to go now. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's 12:40 at night and we're cracking open beer. Jesus Christ, that's what the Eagles do to us. That is what the Eagles do to us. Jesus. And Jeff Kerr put it on Twitter right now. The Eagles' remaining opponents: the Raiders 2-11, the Commanders 3-10, Bills 9-4, Commanders 3-10, total 17-35, a 327 win percentage. You really have to wonder how many games this team will win down the stretch. Jesus Christ. Kevin Kinkead also brings out a good point. Take away Saquon's house call, and the Eagles had 3.7 yards per carry. Best blocks on that run were from the wide receiver tight end, by the way. As bad as Hurts was tonight, the line has been a banged up shell of what it was last season. Hurts has had his good games this year. Line hasn't had one better than average. I think that's a really accurate thing. I know there's a lot of statistics out there that still say the Eagles' offensive line has been good this year. I just don't think the numbers for that match with what I'm seeing on the field. This offensive line just is, and I understand it's really hard to replicate the historic season the offensive line had last year. I think a lot of it is just factors with long playoff run. Obviously, there was going to be some regression because of how good they played last year. You're just not going to replicate that, and just being banged up. Jordan Mailata is the same as he was last year. He's completely playing worse. Dickerson's constantly banged up. Juergens is constantly banged up. Tyler Steen's a rookie. And Lane Johnson's constantly in and out of the lineup. So that's that. Yeah, I'm sure Mekhi Becton. I think Mekhi Becton was actually injured at some point this year, so who knows if he was going through the same woes. But yeah, definitely losing Mekhi Becton, I'm sure, had some type of factor onto this offensive line. So that's definitely something that they're going to have to address in the offseason, whether that's the draft or something like that. Like, they're really going to have to hammer this offensive line because the depth isn't there either. The depth isn't there either as it was in past years. Just hasn't been the same. So that definitely is something to, who knows. No, don't see anything else here on the Twitterverse. So, how about the Emilio cigars? Jesus Christ. It's funny, fucking. I go on Brodes' studio, like his YouTube studio one day, just to, like, as I'm, like, preparing to edit one of the videos that he posted. And I saw, like, I think it was the game against Dallas that got fucking taken down by YouTube for, like, because I think at the beginning of that one he promoted Emilio cigars, and it's like, oh, you're promoting something that clearly has tobacco and shit like that. I'm like, Jesus, goddamn. I'm like, goddamn. And like, and then I also like jokingly with Hunter, because like his videos recently have been going on very long, like around like 45-50 minutes. And I'm like, damn, dude, like you're pushing almost an hour on these fucking pods. And he's like, I know, I don't like this either. It's just it's the ad reads. It's the fucking ad reads. Holy shit. It's the fucking ad reads. I'm like, damn, dude. Damn. So like that's like also the part that's been killing with the editing recently. It's just because Hunter's videos have been extra longer than they have been in like normally. So it's the Hunter's pods, obviously, because he does those every day. So that gets into the editing schedule. The Flyers homestands kill me with the Snow the Goalie editing. Also, just on the fact of Russ's show, too. So I just haven't had time to do recap stuff this week. So that's just crap. Jeez. Ugh. Crap. Wish I could drink a beer. I'm at the library at my college studying, quote unquote. And then you follow it up with, wait, I forgot I still have 3 beers in my bag from the other day. Crazy. Crazy. Classic. Sadly, I don't drink. And then also, like, I'm on a calorie watch, so I wouldn't be able to drink, even though there's low-calorie beers and all that stuff. I'd still. If I was able to go, I'm not drinking a fucking Diet Dr. Pepper at 12:15. I'm not doing that. I'm on the calorie watch. I got the Diet Dr. Pepper and I got the Coke Zero downstairs. I'm not doing that. Oh, Eagles are tempting me. I've been off the liquor since the Phils lost. Eagles are tempting me. I'll wait till it's over. Guys, would the Eagles offense and the Cowboys defense go 0-17? Probably. I don't think any other answer. Even though it's very hard to go 0-17, and sometimes you just luck into a fucking win. Sometimes you just I don't think so. Because even as bad as the Eagles' offense is, their talent, like sometimes you'll just be carried by talent alone, and that'll carry them to like a couple of wins. So no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Nick Sirianni says the Eagles had uncharacteristic turnovers, did not finish drives. He said it was coaching and execution. This one stings. I got to put that on myself. Of course, they're going to take accountability. I'm not expecting much from that part. There's no defending Jalen Hurts after that game. None. Even if you try to sound like a Giants fan defending Eli Manning at best. Damn. We would win one game against the best team in the league, and that's it. 2-15, 3-14, I can see. With the two teams combined, offense and defense. I can definitely see that. Chipotle, Diet Coke. Damn. Not a real Italian. He's not a real fucking paisan. Jalen Hurts says I didn't play well enough. Too many turnovers. I mean, obviously. Dylan Hull, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. No fucking words. Right now, I want to drink myself to sleep after watching this offense mess up everything week by week. Everybody wants to drink themselves into a fucking coma tonight. Jesus Christ. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I don't want anybody drinking themselves into a medically induced coma. Y'all sound like the Cowboys fans last year trying to throw away good QB because of bad couple performances. Nah. Oh, that's a lot of the fucking toxic Eagles fans for some, like the major Jalen Hurts haters. Like for some reason there's a lot of Jalen Hurts haters in the Eagles fan base. Like that think he's like the worst quarterback on planet Earth, and like everybody wants a quarterback like Josh Allen, like Patrick Mahomes. Fucking course. Who wouldn't want a quarterback like a Josh Allen? Still, Josh Allen hasn't won a fucking Super Bowl yet. Jalen Hurts has. And Jalen Hurts, both times he's went to the Super Bowl, he fucking outdueled Patrick Mahomes in both of them. So there's that. But for some reason, Jalen Hurts, there's like so many people. I think a lot of that has to do with fucking like callers on sports talk radio. And a lot of that also has to do with some of the radio stations too. I think mainly WIP. Because the afternoon show, Fritz and Spike, they don't like Jalen. And they'll definitely use this as a game to like blame Jalen, of course, and like spew their Jalen hate and all that stuff. It's really just that, realistically. When's the last time you'll heard a Cowboys fan call Jalen Hurts good? Probably never. Probably never. Super Bowl 59 was cursed. Might have. I'm just getting high. Don't worry about me. No sleep. Might have to go for a run. Oh, God. I wouldn't be going for a run at 1 in the morning in Baltimore. I wouldn't be saying that doing in Philly either. No, so I wouldn't do that. Would not do that. '59 was cursed. '57 was cursed. Like Jesus. I'm basically just like stalling at this point, waiting for Brodes to post his stuff. I don't know when he's posting his video. I have to check. Let me go to his thing. He's definitely gonna get a lot of views from tonight's show. So I gotta wait until because he does the Bleacher Report shit after the thing, like the Bleacher Report live stream. So I don't know if he's just gonna be uploading the Bleacher Report stream or he's just doing his own video. But honestly, when it's these late games, he does usually post the Bleacher Report, but he might be recording his own video just for the fucking hell of it because of how bad Jalen was. I'm not entirely sure. Who knows? We could be 6 and 7 just as easily. You're in the suburbs. I just realized you fucking said 6 and 7. Jesus Christ. I hate that meme so much. It's so stupid. You know the one thing that I saw that was very funny, and it was like if anybody sees like the Grinch, like from Universal Studios, like some kids went up to him and did the 6-7 thing, and then he just rebutted going 8-9, 8-9. And apparently a lot of people did that, and the kids get so pissed off when you do it. I don't know why. That joke is so dumb. That joke is so stupid. I don't even know where the fuck it originated from. It's so dumb. Like every time you go to a fucking Flyers game, any chance a kid gets on the fucking Jumbotron, they're doing 6-7, 6-7, 6. Like they're doing this. Like why? Like why do you have the fucking urge to do that? It's like I don't know. I don't know. I sound like a fucking boomer, but it's dumb. It's dumb. Justin Herbert will be the first QB to convert it into a cyborg in 2026. Yeah, that's how. Absolutely no heart on this team besides the guy on defense who are playing their butts off every week. Yeah. Kids don't realize that comes from a junky Philly rapper. Of course it originates in Philadelphia. Of course. Of course it does. Of course it does. Man. Of course it does. It's like the things that like trend and become memes these days. It's insane. Back in my day, memes were classy. Now they're just like fucking brain rot. Dylan, as a Cowboys fan, you're going to be all right. You have a great team. You just ain't putting it together recently. Y'all be fine. I've seen the Skibbity toilet merch at Target. Oh my god, we are doomed. We are doomed. I'm telling you, back in high school, memes were classy. High school, college, memes were classy. Now it's just all brain rot garbage. That's all it is. It's like every like few months, it's a new thing. It's a new fab that kids will get into, and they have to replicate it. Dude, I know. I hate when kids act like that. One kid started the meme. Literally, no, he did. It's from a rap song. Oh man, it's insane. I just can't even describe it. Can't even describe it. Like, I'm trying to think of like the memes that I remember back from like fucking like there's some memes recently that were funny. Like the lizard meme, that was funny. Lizard. Like that was funny. Like the toothless like the really poorly drawn toothless dancing from How to Train Your Dragon. That was a funny meme. What else was there? I'm trying to remember, like, what other memes that have been good? The "Let Me Do It For You" meme, that was kind of annoying. I'm 25 and I got called Unk by my nephew. Oh my god. Unk still got it. Unk still got it. Well, sadly, I do not have a nephew to do that to me. I'm 27 and I don't have anybody to do that to me, sadly. Like, yes, I'm your uncle, but I'm not that old. Unk still got it. Unk still got it. Before 6, 7, oh yeah, 21. That was old. Jesus Christ, 21. That was back in fucking high school. Jesus, that was old. I'm 19 and I get called Unk when I play Minecraft with my friend who was a year. Jesus. 9 plus. Jesus. 20. That is an ancient one. That's ancient. I'm trying to think of what other ones. The one me and my friends like is the watermelon one. The guy that just always talks about watermelon. That's a good one. It's a watermelon inside a watermelon. Like that. Like that's Vine. Like that's going back to the Vine days. Like the watermelon one. Trying to even think. Like a lot of like the ones that always pop up frequently for me is always the 6-7 doesn't pop up for me, thank the God. Even though we're talking about it now, it'll probably pop up because my fucking phone's listening to me. The one that always I gotta find it. It's like the one that's like I guess it's like a niche one, but this one always pops up in my feed. Where is it at? It's like a dancing like a little like drawn anime person like dancing. Like where would they be at? If I can find it. Of course, when I talk about lizard, what's the first thing that pops up? Lizard. Of course that pops up. Where is it at? Where? Like, of course, like, I can't find it now. The dancing thing. Of course, there it is. Here it is. There it is. I am not playing the music. I am not, like, this. This is the one that always pops up for me for some reason. Yeah, Big Chungus was definitely something that definitely was a meme. Big Chungus was a meme. Harambe was a meme. That was high school. Jesus, that was a meme. Yeah, like high school, like that's like late high school, early college for me. Like, yeah, that was the golden age for memes. Like, now everything's just brain rot. I missed middle school sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I guess I could say I could miss high school, but just for like the good moments. I'm trying to see like what else pops in my fucking like feed and all that crap. A lot of it's cat videos, dog videos. A lot of stuff with Five Nights at Freddy's has been popping up. Still waiting for I'm just gonna wait here until Brodes uploads its video because that's all I'm waiting for at this rate. What else is popping up lately? A lot of stuff that like pops up because I've been well, granted, because I watched some of the stuff on YouTube. COVID knocked us off the sacred timeline. Like, one of the things that I've been like keeping up with recently. Granted, this is like we're turning this into a long ass stream. It's talking about the fucking Eagles. That's how bad the Eagles was. It's crazy. What was I just gonna say? Like, recently I've been watching a lot of like comic book videos and all that stuff, like talking about like the new Absolute series with DC, like specifically Absolute Batman. Apparently, the Absolute Joker comic comes out soon, like in the next few days or so, and somebody already posted a video on it, like going over the story of the Absolute Joker comic, like his origin and all that crap. Insane. If nobody has seen anything with Absolute Batman and the horrors that he has to fucking fight. Now, granted, this Batman is like a fucking tank. He is sick, like almost 7 foot tall. Dude's like 400 plus pounds. This dude's a fucking tank. He has his fucking bat symbol is a fucking axe. It's a fucking axe. He can take the bat symbol off and use it as an axe. The freaking horrors of his regular rogues gallery that they've been turned into. Holy shit. Crazy. I don't care that you broke your elbow. That's a classic one. That's a classic one. Let's see, what else is there? As I am starting to drop frames. Am I streaming for too long? Dropping in the... Yep. We back? Nope, still bad. Well. My camera has reached unk status. I think it's just that time of the night. Yeah, I think it's just that time of the night. So, whatever. So, I don't know why the quality Interesting. I can't end the stream. I've never had this much fun with Eagles fans. But nah, the connection I think is just shot right now. I think I've been streaming for too long.